This is episode 1 of our video game review. I'm Sergio, this is my friend Kendrick, and our camera guy Christian. Our episode will be about Star Wars The Force Unleashed 1, okay? So far he has Wii, I got PlayStation 3, and just so you know, it is one of the best games out there, okay? If you want to get it, it's still in GameStop, and if not, you can buy it on Amazon, because that's how I got this one. Alright? Also, when you start on the first level, you play as Darth Vader, okay? You get to kill a bunch of Wookiees, kill stormtroopers if you feel like it, and you have to face a Jedi who is the father of the main character you're going to play as. The main character is Galen Merrick, or if you prefer, Starkiller. His father, Kento Merrick, falls by Darth Vader right in front of him. He's then recruited by Vader, trained by him, and then assigned to hunt down Jedi. He was trained by Proxy, who can change and look and fight like anyone. He can change into Obi-Wan, have all his skills. He even changed to Darth Maul at one point. Alright, so once you start your training room, you start going to a space station, okay? In that space station, you face Ron Koda, which is the first Jedi you face. He's a lot easier than his militia, okay? Because you might die a couple times from the troopers or the walkers that are in there. If you want to fight the walkers, or so you don't die from them, let the bad guys and the good guys fight them first, so you could deal with that. Okay. In your second level, or third level in this case, you face Captain Paratus on a junk planet called Raxus Prime, where you go to a junk Jedi temple. A temple that is literally made out of junk. And the guy is basically crazy. He has robotic limbs like Dr. Octopus. Okay?
And before you go to Raxus Prime, you go to the actual Jedi temple and face this changeling Sith.
Really?
Yes.
Oh, that's nice.
Then you go to Raxus Prime, play as Raxus Prime.
Oh, weird. I never had that. Okay. Anyway, when you defeat Captain Paratus, or while you're fighting him, you might die a couple hundred times. He's really hard when you first start out. But when I completed the game, it was a lot easier.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? So if you die multiple times, don't go crazy and just throw a controller in halfway around the room. Okay? Trust me, it does not help. Just don't give up and keep fighting to the end. Okay? After you defeat him, you go to Felucia, the face Shaak Ti and her army of Felucians, which is just weird creatures that shoot things with their arms.
Before you go to Felucia, you go back to the Jedi Temple and face this another Sith person.
So wait, do you face them every time you complete a mission?
Pretty much.
Weird. That's never happened with me. I just continue on. Anyway, trust me, the Rancors are a bit tough. Mm-hmm. You gotta keep shocking them with lightning. That's what I did. If you face those giant yellow Felucians, try to just force grab them and then move them around. Alright? Okay. You'll face Shaak Ti. It was really easy for me to fight her. Okay? The first time I didn't even need to do the button mashing. But the other few times, when I played the game, I did have to. So, it could be luck that you do, could not. Alright? After you face Shaak Ti, you go back to Darth Vader's Star Destroyer, which is the Executor. At that point, he betrays you, or makes it seem like it, so the Emperor doesn't suspect it. Okay? You're then put into a medical station so Vader can restore you. Okay? You fight your way against all those stormtroopers. Watch out for the purge troopers, because they're really tough. Mm-hmm. If you think that full force with the lightsaber is good, it isn't. Okay? I tried, they just grabbed me and pushed me around. Okay? So use your lightning. Actually use it. Don't try to force grab them, because it doesn't work on them. I've tried. Okay? When you get to the last part of that mission, you're supposed to rescue Juno, which is your partner, the pilot that you're with in the whole game, okay? And basically Starkiller's girlfriend. Okay? When you escape the medical station, You're then going to Bespin, which is Cloud City, where the famous Carbonite of Han Solo is. You're then getting Ram Koda again because he is blind, okay? Because he survived the first time. When you face the Shadow Guard, which is basically a Royal Guard but with a black suit and with a lightsaber, and can actually use the Force and lightning. Okay, when you defeat him, you go to Kashyyyk again, which is now Imperial Kashyyyk.
Oh yeah.
You face stormtroopers. You get to free the Wookiees and let them kill stormtroopers for you.
And you do not rescue Wookiees. They're fighting against them already.
Really? Oh, just like Felucia.
And you don't play in the station only evil. You just go down. You just go to Crown City.
That's weird. I guess PlayStation is better. I'm just saying. No
Xbox and
offense.
PlayStation is better for this game.
Anyway. Okay. So, in the last part, you're supposed to face Captain Ozzy Stern, okay? You defeat him, he's in a really advanced walker. But that's not even the worst part. The worst part is he's surrounded by stormtroopers and purge troopers all around him. You're supposed to destroy Skyhook while also dealing with all those stormtroopers and purge troopers at the same time. So if you die multiple times, like I said, don't give up.
Yeah.
Alright? You'll beat him eventually. Okay? After that, you head to Imperial Felucia. There, you go to, believe it or not, you go inside the Sarlacc pit's stomach.
And you do not do that.
You know?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's weird. In the Sarlacc pit, if you see things that are flashing with little lightning, use the Force lightning on it because it will make a bright light so you don't get digested from the stomach.
Yes.
And I'm sorry to tell you guys, but the exit from the Sarlacc pit stomach is the butt. Okay, you'll be farted out. It's disgusting. True story. Okay. Anyway. So, in that last part, you face Shakti's apprentice, Maris Brood. Okay? She's subdued to the dark side. You also have to face a bull rancor, which is a rancor with horns on its mouth. And it's really wild.
And you just face a Rancor.
Really?
Yeah.
That's dumb. Okay. After you defeat them, you go to Raxus Prime again. You kill a bunch of stormtroopers and scavenger Rhodians and destroy a Star Destroyer factory. When you destroy that factory, you have to pull the Star Destroyer into the ground. But first, you have to destroy the TIE fighters so you can get clearance. Because if you try to pull it at the same time as you're fighting those TIE fighters, you'll just die. They'll shoot you.
And you don't have to fight TIE fighters.
You just pull the Star Destroyer.
Yeah, you just pull it.
That's lucky.
Yeah.
No wonder. Anyway, after that, when you defeat the Star Destroyer, you're then taking as many rebel sympathizers to an ice planet. I think it's called... I can't remember what it was. But anyway, while you're there, Vader comes in with snow troopers all around and betrays you, okay? He captures all those rebel sympathizers and just force pushes him to the snow, okay? Proxy then comes in looking like Obi-Wan and deal with Vader. Vader kills him momentarily. Then Starkiller's just at the bottom edge of the mountain while Vader takes all the sympathizers to the Death Star. And yes, I said the Death Star.
And the snowtroopers are just rebel
Stormtroopers.
stormtroopers.
You told me that. Okay. So, once then, you have to face the Death Star along with its entire crew. But not to worry, you don't have to go through floor to floor to actually get to the Emperor's throne, okay?
No.
There's an easier way. When you get to the entrance from where you come from, there's a little opening on the floor. You're supposed to force pull it up and then go inside. Just so you know, that's where the Death Star laser beam is. Okay? Whenever you hear a countdown and them saying that commence firing, you want to get cover immediately. Okay? Okay.
And we have to go from 4 to 4 to 4 to
Really?
get to the main part of the Star Destroyer's reactor core.
Okay.
So you start from the very top and go down to the very bottom.
Bottom.
Then you.
I need to go up. Huh, weird. Anyway, when you get to the Death Star's beam reactor, you face a bunch of walkers, a bunch of purge troopers, a bunch of snipers, and when you get to the deck of the Emperor's throne room, you have to face a shadow guard plus 4 red guards, okay?
You don't have to do it for we.
Oh, wait. I have to face those guys? No fair. Anyway. So, once you face Vader, just keep fighting, okay? The first time I did it, I succeeded. Second time, I might have died once and then beat him, okay? Third time, I beat him again, okay? Now, when you beat Vader, you're then given a choice. Either go to the light side ending and fight the Emperor, or go to the dark side ending and face Vader. In the dark side ending, if you face Vader, you kill him, and then the Emperor kills all those rebel sympathizers, destroys the Rogue Shadow, which is your ship, along with Juno in it, and you're basically turned to the dark side. You get your own cyborg suit, okay? And trust me, the treatment for it is no good. Anyway.
And we don't have a choice. After you destroy Darth Vader, you go right directly to
The Emperor?
Emperor.
Oh. I guess I'm lucky. I like the endings. Anyway, if you go to light side ending, you face the Emperor. He's really easy, okay? So don't think that just because he's Vader's master, you think he's tough. Trust me, he's really easy. However, I should warn you, there are some guards there. You have to face 2 red guards, and then 2 blue guards, and then 1 red, and then 1 blue. And then after that, 2 reds and 1 blue, and then you finish off the Emperor, okay? If I were you, shock him with lightning, because that's the most effective way, okay? And since he's not using a lightsaber, it's a lot easier.
Oh, that's true. And one scene in the Wii version, PlayStation, Xbox doesn't have.
Hang on, don't mention that yet.
Okay.
When you defeat the Emperor, he is defeated, but when you're given a chance to escape, the Emperor tries to shock Ron Koda, you get in the way, sacrifice yourself for everybody, you die. So, sorry guys, don't worry, he makes it into the second game, or cloned into the second game. Yeah. All the rebel sympathizers get away with Juno and the Rogue Shadow. They go to Kashyyyk, where they will meet Princess Leia. Okay? So anyway, apparently, while you're dead, Vader and the Emperor are talking. The whole point in this game, you are not aware that Vader and the Emperor staged the entire thing. All that Jedi hunting, all those rebel recruiting, all their plan. Basically, they created their own enemy without hesitation. Alright? At the very last scene, you see Koda, Juno, Leia, and Bail Organa, along with 2 senators, using the rebel symbol that's on Starkiller's dad's house. Okay? It's where the rebel symbol came from. At the very last scene, you see Koda talking to Juno about Starkiller, and then the whole thing ends. Now you can say yours.
So, once PlayStation doesn't have, Wii does, or Xbox doesn't have Wii one, you go back to the Jedi Temple and face the main character's father again. Just its son and dad fighting against each other.
That's weird.
And we don't have both troopers and both sniper troopers in Wii version. Evil. So what?
You're telling me I had to face purge troopers and snipers a bunch of times and got killed a bunch of times, all for nothing.
Yeah, we doesn't have a lot of the like the blue or red guards, water guards. They don't have that.
Well, I guess it just means you'll have more of a challenge here. That just makes it more exciting.
You have more fun in PlayStation and Xbox than the Wii version.
It may sound easier on the Wii version, but trust me, you'll have more excitement here.
Yeah, you won't have fun.
If you're like if you're a Dragon Ball fan and you know what it's like to get pumped up,
Yeah.
okay, this will be a game for you.
Yeah,
okay?
PlayStation and Xbox.
You'll be just like how the main character is, all pumped up, okay? In this Star Wars game, you'll know what it feels like, okay? So, yeah. Anyway, subscribe and catch up with us on our next few episodes. And we'll see you later.
Yep.
Alright?